Want to hear a joke? England's football team. I'm just kidding.
But seriously, what the fuck is wrong with them?
So far, 2 games.
Yeah, and while they have not lost, they are still not going to win the Euro.
Yeah, and we're here to give you 5 good reasons why they still won't win the Euro. Number 1, Roy Hodgson.
Yes, Roy Hodgson, the skipper himself. You know, it's amazing. The guy has so much talent, and just when you think he can't find a way to fuck it up, he finds a way to fuck it up.
Well, I would say he has talent. I just mean that it's the formation he's running that's not really working.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, he should be starting Vardy, and whether you start Kane or not, that's up to him, but they shouldn't be playing that 4-3-3 in the beginning.
No, they should obviously go with the 4-4-2. I mean, if you see the game against Wales in the second half, it worked perfectly. They came from a goal behind and then reclaimed the lead. It was fascinating.
Yeah, and the way they were moving the ball once they switched to that formation was a lot better. In the first half, it was just, yeah, they had possession, but it was a lot of dead space. They didn't know what they were doing.
And I think that's a lot in play to the manager's questionable selection, because if you look at it, they brought on Raheem Sterling, who has been absolute trash, but also in the pre-selections, they decided that Mark Noble wasn't good enough, and a lot of people disagreed with that. Not just typically West Ham fans, but many other fans there.
Yeah, and it's just not Mark Noble. Like a lot of their bench really was kind of questionable too. But then again, you really don't have that much when it comes to English talent. Like John Stones really isn't that good. They had to put in wheelchair Wilshire because they didn't think they had any more midfielders to go along with it.
And he got criticized for his substitutions in the first game, and then praised for his substitutions in the second game. You have to be consistent. Reason number 2, the squad's just not good enough.
Now we're just not talking about their starting squad, because their starting squad is really not that bad. But say somebody gets injured and they need to get taken out.
Now wait a minute. What about Raheem Sterling? I mean, he's not the brightest peg off the block in your eyes.
Yeah, he's also not the brightest peg off the block for England either. Why is he playing? He hasn't really done much, and it showed against Wales. When they ran the 4-3-3, he was blocking everybody's path. He wanted the ball for himself, and it got everything clogged up and nothing was getting done.
And that just leads back to the selection that we were talking about. Reason number 3, their tactics.
Now, there's a few things what we mean by their tactics, like what we said before, their formation, to the point where it's just like, why don't they play Vardy more? This was Vardy's first game.
Yeah, and a lot of England fans are struggling with that. But if you look at who's playing, like who's actually starting, there should be no reason that Kyle Walker is, getting man of the match. I mean, credit to him, but he's the only person like whipping in crosses. He's the only person providing service. I mean, that's good on his part, but that's bad on England's part.
I mean, he really shouldn't be the one who should play both their offense and their defense. I mean, they do have wingers for that can do that. And I never really thought of Kyle Walker as like a very good crosser. I mean, the guy can cross, but
I'm actually very impressed by the way he's playing.
He stepped up to the plate, and he's one of the main reasons why England does not have a loss.
But he can't keep this energy for too long, otherwise it's gonna go away.
And even if he does keep up the energy, it's like people are gonna figure out, all right, stop Kyle Walker, and you'll stop the team. So you might as well just be like, have other people step up to the plate. Like if you put Vardy in, Vardy has scored almost every time he has been on the pitch for England. And that is impressive. And everybody in England is saying that they should play him more, and I completely agree with them.
Reason number 4, the high and low expectations for this England squad.
Now, depending who you are, in past years, a lot of people from England, at least from what the critics have been saying, have had very low expectations.
Or very high expectations, depending on what point you're at.
Like, this is one squad that is actually, like, fairly quick, and a lot of people can say they haven't felt this strongly about a squad since 2004.
I mean, they're young, they have a lot of talent.
They have speed, they're not slow.
But many people feel that they're ready, and many people don't. And that's an added-on pressure that these young players can't handle, and that these older players have tried to handle before and still haven't been unsuccessful with.
But, they can do it. It's just a matter of if they can withstand the pressure, which for England is very hard.
Which leads us to our last reason, the lack of past success.
Now, what we mean by that, it was the last time they won a Euro. Has it been since since 1966? That was the last time they won, or was that the last time they won any type of?
That's the
European
last time they won a World Cup.
So any type of competition then.
Yeah.
That's interesting because you look at a lot of players that they've had in the past. They've had like George Best. They've had Frank Lampard. The team in 2004 was a pure example of good talent, but still not being able to finish it and win it.
Yeah, that was just unlucky.
Yeah, it's amazing how you on paper you have the team that can win it all or go very close to it, and still aren't able to get it done.
Yeah, many people felt Belgium was going to be like a very strong team, and they're lacking so far. And this is weird.
We'll see how they play the second game. The second game is going to be the biggest thing because the first game, you're working out the kinks. You know, it's your first time in the competition. So we'll see how they play the second game. But, like, for England, in their past history, they have a lot more to go off of. Belgium being successful is new.
And yeah, Belgium doesn't have as much pressure. Yes, they're predicted to do well, but if they don't do well, they're not going to get the sort of criticism that the England players are.
Speaking of criticism, I have a question for you, Chris. What is the one thing that all English teams have in common of criticism?
Oh God, it's penalties, right?
Yep, it is penalties.
Oh my.
Yep. How many years have we seen England do terrible when it comes to penalty shootouts? I don't think they've won one, have they?
I couldn't tell you off my instant knowledge, but probably not.
No, if I've seen anything in the media or just from my own personal experiences, I don't think have won one, and if it has been, it was a long time ago.
And there you have it, 5 reasons why England won't win the Euro.
Now, knowing our luck, they're probably going to win it, but if not, at least you know why.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We're Aiko, and we hope you have a fantastic day. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe for more content.
And also in the comment section, if there's a topic that you want us to talk about that is in current events, anything besides politics will do.
Thank you.